Last time we got these markers on and they worked pretty well. What I'd like to do today is do something similar for my color checker. This is an object I've tried tracking for photogrammetry stuff before. It's hard to detect an arbitrary rectangle in every lighting condition, although I got pretty good progress training my own models for that. And that was a silly side experiment. I think it's time to just put fiducial markers on. The main open question in my head is whether or not these tiny squares in the corner are going to be enough space to fit an April tag, because these April tags are 20 mil, and so they're going to be half the size, maybe even less. So like 8 mil probably will be safe. And that's pretty small, 8 to 10 mil for an April tag. That said, this felt very small when I printed it. My April tags keep shrinking because I keep realizing they can be smaller and I'm shooting close-up stuff. I'll go and get those made. I've gotten my April tag stuff backed up. Now I'm gonna hop into Claude. I like the CLI experience in Windows. I'm going to tell it what file I want to edit, which is April tag perspective correction. I want to make it easier for me to do this in the future, so there's less errors and vibe coding required. Update the script so that I can easily control April tag width and the seed. It should save those parameters in the output. Run it with 9mm width, and then I'll just take a seed. Our 20 mil ones use seed 42, and so I think we'll use another number 55. I want 4 on each side. It'd be nice if it could know which side it was. Give me 8 tags. Don't let it gaslight you. Okay, it did what I wanted. I don't know if I like that seed. I'm gonna try a different seed. It's a big number. It's a seed. It can be anything, you know? There might be a bug. Oh wait, no, I can just check if there's a bug. It will let it do that. I'm definitely being gaslit somewhere. I can't figure out how. Now it's figured it out. Those sure look like April tags to me. I forgot I temporarily added the pink background. Totally forgot about that. That definitely made it more confusing, and I definitely gave it the wrong script. So what's the lesson for today? I would say that it is, I just wasted an hour because I kept blaming the AI for not being able to do an impossible task instead of asking it a slightly broader question at the start. Also created a debug where you can see it actually detects them, which is good. Update, generate, and validate April. Nice to have a transparent background. That's transparent. Let's make a commit because we now have things in a not cursed state. Now that we've cleaned up the mess we made before, when we actually ask it to add the feature, it'll just work. It says it's done. It can make single tags, 6 tags, generate. Now we can do the thing we actually want to do, and now it's as easy as open up in the April tag folder. Generate and validate April 8, size 9, 9385. Hooray! This is totally generalizable. And grab our tags. Okay, there was one more feature I had in my original prompt. Update this script. Generate, validate, seed, whatever, 8. There's our nice named thingy. We can go and save our script. We can get this printing. I'm gonna have to go move the silhouette back over jankily like I did last time. There's a bunch of little lines. I don't know how well it'll show up on the camera. I don't have my macro lens on. I think I'll have to run a clean cycle on the printer to get it to resolve stuff this small. Wait, I've just had a remembering. I need to fill the black ink. I bet that would help a great deal. Is in here, I believe. Let's see. It's in the other corner. That's what we want. Grab some scissors, open up our ink. There's the new bottle. We open this up, and then we open this up. We take our bottle, unscrew it. It has a seal so it won't drip out unless it's in the holder. Now we're going to press this down, and the ink will flow automatically into the reservoir and stop automatically when it's full. And now we can pull it out. Close this back up and close this. It's pretty no mess. Easy peasy. Now I need to go and run a clean and maintenance cycle We'll do a head cleaning, load some ordinary paper, change letter, plain paper, head cleaning, waiting for it clean. It's about done and it'll run some paper through pretty soon. Yeah, here we go. Printing. Here's the test print. After filling the ink, the black looks fine. Maybe it was just slow on ink. Well, I did run a clean cycle. I will now load back in the sticker paper. It looks kind of crappy. It's better than it was. Maybe I just need to adjust my print settings. That looks significantly better. Those are definitely the right settings to do the alignment. Cut our squares out, just like that. Before I stick the stickers to our color checker, I want to test if they get picked up. They're a little rougher than the larger ones. We will get rid of this, place the stickers in front of our camera, and then turn on the camera. The display's over here. It doesn't have to be an amazing photo. That'll be good enough. Here's the image. I think that'll be detectable. But BCS O2 and also add. I need to test this. There should be 8. Okay. The test detected 9 April tags. Because there was an April tag off in the corner. Lamau. Awesome. The tiny April tags work well, which means we can go stick them on our color checker. I forgot to turn my mic on, but I'm sticking these markers on now very carefully. It's a little fiddly. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we want it as close as we can get it. No, don't. Okay. Landed sticky side up. That should be good enough. So there's that side done, but we made enough for both sides. Not quite. Don't want them coming off. Here's 3. 4. Now, this should be easy to isolate and dewarp and identify. I've made sure that these April tags are different IDs than these April tags, so they can both be on screen. That'll be really, because now we can do the same image dewarping stuff to take our photos like this and then be able to extract a color card. Here are the photos took. Tried to grab a bunch of angles. This is a really challenging shot. I think that's enough context. It has generated the debug images, realized what the sets are. Yeah, now I have to give it some data. That's exactly what we want. This is upside down, so let me rotate it in my brain. Color checker side. Top left, 249. 241. Bottom right, 18. This one was very dark. That's not a good photo. So I don't blame it for failing on this image. Good torture test image. A little too small and blurry. You definitely gotta like make sure your settings are good and you're not doing too insane of a photo. But for any normal looking photo, this is gonna look fine. And this is what most of the real world photos look like because I'm not trying to take bad images in the real world. Let's look at the result. It's better. I think the margins for the color and white balance checkers are far too huge. Not quite enough crop now. We'll find the difference. I like saying a little bigger, a little smaller, like I'm yelling at someone at the other side of a room moving a TV. I think that's pretty much as far as I need to push it. I'm noticing that the color checker is overcropped, but the white balance checker is undercropped. We love debugging. Wait, I have spotted the bug. This color checkers, they're squashed and stretched. The aspect ratios are inconsistent. I think I need to get some measurements real quick. 13.8. Outer edge to outer edge. The April tags are placed tangent to the inside of those outer corners, specifically with 1/8 April tag margin. 9mm April tag plus about a millimeter margin. The April tag points are measured center of tag, so 4.5 April tag, 1.125 margin times 2, so the original times 1 is the subtraction, 13.8 minus minus 5.525, 0.275 cm, and 19.1 minus 5.525, 13.575 cm. So both the white balance and color checker cards should have output images of exactly 8.275 cm by 13.575 cm on constant pixel resolution. All output calibration cards have identical sizes and shapes. This is with zero margin. You'll have to size the images accordingly. Since we're still dialing that value in. Fixed. Much better. Now we can dial the margin to 50. There's a little distortion, but some of these were at really intense angles. It's good enough for color picking. See the difference between these two images. This is the sort of thing that we're trying to grab because I have a huge sample of a gray value. I know exactly what my brightness in the scene was. Now every texture I generate can have exactly the right brightness. We like to do calibration stuff. Yeah, to help all of the assets glue together and be as clean as they can. Let's get that margin fixed. I think it is maybe slightly aggressive. Try 20. It's gonna look perfect at first glance as long as there's not a visible border, but then you have to scrutinize it and be like, dialing it. Try 30. On some of these where there's warping, we're seeing the border. On the ones where there's not warping or warping the other way, we see the border on the other side. That tells me that it's perfect now. We can also see the color checker here, looking real nice. That's big progress. I'm excited to play with these results next time to extract the color patches and get nice average color patch extraction and test this. One thing I can do right now, I took some photos earlier because I realized we were missing the difficult cases where both types of checkers are in the frame. I could put the color checker in front since it's smaller. That probably is too dark. I think we have one usable photo here. It's not extracting the document checker. I found the color checker. That's good. But I do want it to pull the document region. There we go. Now it's pulling this. The document is going to have different margins and different dimensions. That's easy to do real quick. Here are the dimensions. I think it was something pretty standard. Not standard in metric, I guess. That document's now the right size. I just need to punch the margin in. To recap, we feed it an image that looks like this. We have April tags on our document. We have April tags on our color checker. And from that, our software will detect both of those and extract the color checker, regardless of which way up it's facing, and also extracts the image. And everything's at the correct scale and size. I'd like to have it automatically crop out the image from the black background, in addition to automatically extracting the color information from the checker and applying it. So there's certainly more software to do. But we've unblocked the software side by getting the hardware side done. And by that, I mean making these little stickers today. Hooray!